Hi everyone, welcome to our Marine Knowledge channel. This is your Sailor Basha. So today I would like to explain you something related to onboard medical emergency. Suppose when we are at mid sea and some emergency happened, some medical emergency happened on board while you are sailing at sea in mid of ocean. So we will seek medical advice from the company and will act accordingly. But sometimes there will be a severe injury to the crew members that they have to be evacuated immediately from the ship and they have to be admitted at hospital. So during that time, how the crew member will be evacuated from the ship to hospital? So that will happen only with the help of local navy. Like if we are going in some ocean, whichever navy, whichever country which is nearer to our course, like suppose we are in Persian Gulf, suppose we are in Red Sea, like whichever nearer, so that particular country's navy will seek medical assistance to evacuate the person who got injury on board ship. So for that, you have to intimate your position of vessel to the nearest Coastguard agency. So they will arrange that. So for that, some navy, most of the navy ships, navy helicopters, they do drills like how they have to evacuate any injured person from on board to the hospital. So usually what they do is they come on board via helicopter and they pick up the casualty and they will take to hospital. So for that they have to do a drill very frequently so that in case of emergency they don't find it trouble to act. So that way, in this video I had a chance to shoot a local uh, naval helicopter drill which happened on our ship. So that drill happened during late evening, so the video is not much clear, but still you can see how they act fast, how they come on board, how they position their helicopter, how the merchant navy, means the navy guy who comes from the helicopter, come down. A dummy will be kept, and that dummy will be like a dummy in the sense casualty will be like a dummy, and they they will secure the dummy and they will airlift. So that is what I would like to show in this video. So this there will be a little blurriness in video because it's a late evening, little dark. So just at least you will know how the navy will conduct drill for doing this evacuation of any casualty from onboard ship. We'll go and check the video. While the vessel is en routing towards Italy, we got a Maritime Coastguard helicopter approaching us and contacting us via VHF, asking us permission to do a airlifting drill. So we had given them cooperation to carry out the drill successfully. So the very important thing while we need to do the drill or real scenario of airlifting a injured person is communication. So the first thing is the vessel should have a proper helmsman so that the vessel should not move from its position. And the first thing what the helicopter do is they will send a high line. highline transfer, which will be having a light. So from the helicopter, the highline will be thrown. This kind of transfer method, you call it as highline transfer. You can see a lightweight orange color light dropped from the helicopter by the helicopter pilot. And the main thing that we need to keep it in mind is there should not be any loose objects around the vessel or the helicopter landing area. So it should not affect the helicopter operation, and it should not affect the rotor of helicopter blade. So first highline transfer is done with a small light. You can see it is already dropped on the vessel. And next thing is winchman will be coming from the helicopter. You can see the winchman is coming from the helicopter towards the vessel. So the winchman will come towards the vessel very slowly and calmly, and he will earth to static when he boarded the vessel. He had boarded the vessel. Once he boarded, that means he is earthed his static energy. So after he arrived, the winchman will introduce himself, and always don't get embarrassed to ask again if you don't understand what the winchman is trying to tell you. Initially, the pilot of the helicopter will inform the procedure of how they are going to lift the casualty. So now here we are doing the drill. So for drill purpose we need a dummy body. So the dummy body will be landed again from helicopter to on board. You can see a dummy is being lowered, and the idea of lowering the dummy is they will practice how to lift, how to secure a passenger who is passenger or a crew member who got injured on board vessel. So you can see here, and yeah, they are lowering the dummy. And the main thing is when they lower, they will be lowering the dummy down, and then again they will lower the lifting strap. Lifting strap is nothing, it is like a chair where you can secure the injured person, and you can lift the injured person again back to helicopter. So now the next procedure is being carried out, and main thing for the vessel, all safety has to be followed, and helicopter operation checklist should be filled, and you have to inform the company regarding the heli lift operation. So okay, now we are waiting for the lifting strap to come down. So you can see the winchman is doing some ground preparation, and you can see the lifting strap is coming down. So the main thing that will affect during this operation is weather, wind, and communication. If the communication is not proper, because communication may get into trouble because of the helicopter noise, so then the weather, if the weather is not good, it won't be very effective to carry out the job. So you can see now the dummy is being taken, and dummy is being fitted, means dummy is being kept into strap, you can imagine an injured person on board. He will be taken by helicopter in this way only. This is the lifting strap, and the person who is injured will be secured in this lifting strap, and the winchman will help to do the arrangement. So you can see here, he will guide the ship crew for how to handle the high line, and the helicopter pilot will slowly lift the injured person, the lifting strap, once he gets signal from the winchman. You can see the rope is coming. Sorry for that. And now the winchman gave signal along signal to the pilot for lifting the injured person. You can see the injured person has been lifted up slowly. You can see both the lights are there to give an indication for the pilot so that he can visually see the position of the injured person. So that's all. You can see the injured person has been lifted up and he have been taken inside the helicopter. So once the lifted person is there, he reached and he was secured, and next the winchman will be going back to the helicopter. So he will give instruction of how to handle the ropes while he is being lifted back to helicopter. So if the crew member don't understand how he gives you the instruction, he can always ask him to inform the procedure again. Now you can see the winchman is waiting for his turn so that he can go up. So you can see this is how the lifting will happen when there is any casualty in middle of ocean. So some people must have not having any idea about how the person who is injured on board will be taken to hospital when he is injured badly when he is at sea. So this is how the Maritime Coast Guard will help the ship's crew to evacuate, to save him when he got injured at sea. You can see now the winchman is ready to take off, and you can see he is ready, and okay, he will be lifted up like a Spider-Man. Yeah, so he will give instruction of how to loosen the rope so that accordingly he will be taken up and he will be boarded to helicopter. And that's all. This is a very simple video, just it will give a idea of how an injured person can be saved, can be transferred from ship to nearest country's hospital for saving their life. So it is a very great help by the maritime industry, Maritime Coast Guard, all the maritime union who involved and who had given their tribute to help the seafarers when they are in trouble or when they got injured during the sailing at mid of ocean. So that's all. The drill has been conducted very successfully, and thanks for the Maritime Coast Guard to did their helicopter drill on our ship, and they had conducted it very nicely. And that's all. I hope this video must have given you some idea about how to carry out how a crew member can be airlifted if he got injury on board when sailing. I hope this kind of situation should not come to anyone. Everyone should have a very safe sailing without any injuries, go back to their family in a very good mental health and physical health. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the Maritime Coast Guard. Thanks to the maritime world.